Hey everyone, I wanted to go ahead and do another gun video, one that actually featured a gun. So here we go. First thing I'm going to show you is one of my ARs, this one here. It's kind of hard to see in the video. This AR is chambered in 300 blackout. You can't see it well. Chamber's clear. Safety first, always. I'm just going to make a quick point of that. Anytime you're messing with a firearm, make sure it's unloaded. Always keep the muzzle in a safe direction. Always keep your finger off the trigger until you're ready to shoot. Don't point your gun at anything that you're not willing to destroy. And then when you are in a position to fire, make sure you're aware what is behind your target and around your target. Even in pawn shops, I get weird looks sometimes. Gun shops, the guy working behind the counter, you'll ask to look at a firearm, he'll pull the firearm out of the cabinet, he'll clear the firearm in front of you, and then hand you the firearm, and then I will clear it again. It's just good practice. Alright, so, on to mine. This is, at the moment, my favorite AR. One of two that I own currently. Like I said, it's chambered in 300 blackout. The gun started as a 5.56. I got bored, and well, it was a 5.56 standard handrails with A2 post. Kind of got bored with that, so I went to a quad rail, cut the A2 post. Probably broke a lot of hearts when I did that. And that got boring too, even after putting the scope on it. And I know a lot of you guys probably see the scope and like, what is he doing with that kind of scope on a 300? Yes, I understand. It is way too much overkill for a 300 blackout, but it's tactical. No, really, I'm cheap. I haven't got around to purchasing an optic that is good for a 300. So right now, this is my hunting rifle. But I got bored, decided I wanted to do something different. The AR platform is available in so many calibers. And so I wanted a 300 blackout. So built this upper in 300 blackout. In the future, my goal is to apply for an SBR, go to a short barrel for my 300 blackout and suppress it for home defense. A lot of people are, the left out there, that'd probably blow some minds, but you go SBR to account for the length of the suppressor, make it easier to clear rooms, move through hallways. You don't have this massive barrel hanging in front of you. You can get around to the house pretty easy. And then you want to suppress it to make sure that after everything's all said and done, everybody in the house can still hear. You fire one of these in the house unsuppressed, and probably going to have some hearing damage permanently. So that's the plans for this. Do away with this, get a red dot, go to an SBR, suppress it. My 5.56 upper, just should have grabbed. I'm going to rebuild it. I'm going to get rid of the gas block that's on it. I'm going to go with a low profile. Maybe an adjustable low profile. I'm kind of getting a little techie about stuff. Starting to learn a lot more. Started recently reloading my own ammunition. And you can kind of play with your load. Play with the weight of the bullet. How much powder you put behind it. And then you can play with your gas block. See what works out to promote the most accuracy. That's what I hope to do with the 5.56. The 5.56 is going to get a complete makeover. It's going to get... Probably not going to go with a gas block, because I'm actually thinking about going to a piston drive. Adam Arms, they sell some great kits. And for just over $200, you can get a complete piston upgrade kit. That's your gas block, that's your piston, all the necessary components to convert to a piston drive, and your bolt carrier, $200. a little over $200. So that's probably what's going to happen there. And then that'll be trunk gun, battle rifle, whatever. Quick demonstration for those who don't understand what I'm talking about when I say piston drive. The AK-47 is a piston-driven semi-automatic rifle. One of the reasons so many countries use those, especially in the Middle East, in my opinion, is their durability. Gas drive systems can get clogged, they can get gummed up, can get sand in them. And AK-47 will operate through all that because it has a piston drive. So, again, I don't think you can see it that well. You can see a little gas tube right here. So when you fire this firearm, your round is chambered about here. It ignites the primer, burning the powder. The bullet's going to exit the barrel. And right after the bullet passes about here, and this is 300 black ounce, 5.56, the gas block's going to be up here somewhere. I should have bought some bullets in here too and shown you the difference between a 5.56 and a 300 blackout. We'll do that next time. Remind me. Anyway, so as the bullet passes through here, your gas goes to this gas block, comes back into this tube that I pointed out, back here into your action. And then it's going to go through this tube that I just pointed at. It's going to come in here, and the gas is going to press this backwards in the rifle. This is your extractor. This has got a hold. This has got a hold of the casing that was just spent. So as this goes backwards, it's going to flip that casing in and rotate. And then there's a buffer spring here. That buffer spring is going to push this back forward. When it does that, this lip here, your bolt, it's going to pick up the next casing and drive it into the chamber. And then, I'm not going to take this all the way apart because I don't have a lot of video length. This is your firing pin. So when the next round is chambered, this hammer, when you pull the trigger, it's going to release and fall forward, smacking that firing pin. It's going to fire the round. Cycle occurs again. Gas system, your bolt carrier goes backwards, throws the round out, picks up the next one. The slot right here is where your hammer falls. So as that bolt carrier is sliding backwards, it's going to cock the hammer for your next round. You're ready for the next round. Now, one thing I wanted to talk about, as soon as I get this bolt to rotate, alright, this is for all the liberals. I want y'all to take a good look at the slower. This right here, some of y'all might be seeing this, want to know what this is. This is called anti-roll pins. Anybody with a mechanical background, engineering background, or machining background knows what happens when you take something that's metal and move it inside of something that's aluminum several times. Basically, long story short, steel is stronger than aluminum. The aluminum will wear and you will hollow out those holes for your pins because they rotate. Every time the action fires, they rotate. This right here prevents that. So your lower lasts longer. All right. I've got a TRS performance trigger. Anyway, Magpul furniture. What I want you to notice in this area, and then notice again this area, this area. And if you notice, your firearm people might pick it up. There's no names. There's no manufacturing names. This rifle does not have a serial number. It is what the liberals refer to as the all-elusive ghost gun. Basically, they start calling rifles ghost guns. All it is it's an 80% lower. In their minds, it's a rifle that can't be traced. So as an ATF disclosure, anything that I do concerning a firearm, I always read the laws first. That way I know everything I do is on the up and up. I don't have to worry about getting in trouble. You know, I love my right to bear arms. And if you do something involving a firearm that's illegal, you will lose your rights. So whatever you do with a firearm, don't be that guy on YouTube who illegally created an SBR trying to protest ARs. Don't be that guy. Alright, ATF disclosure. 80% lowers. If you have an 80% lower and you mill it to make it a functioning firearm, you must be the manufacturer of your own firearm. I manufacture this with a milling machine. And once you do that, you have to maintain possession of the firearm for, I believe it's a minimum of 3 years. I don't care about that part because I'm never getting rid of this. But I think it's 3 years. It can't be sold, traded, given away, exchanged. Now, I don't know if there are special laws or not during the trade process of an 80% lower. I'll have to read up on that. If one of y'all want me to, I will. But like I said, I don't ever plan on getting rid of it, so it doesn't apply to me. Alright. So yeah. Make some liberal heads explode. You just saw a ghost gun. Anyway. So, not to just talk about one firearm, I have a second. Alright, this here is a Springfield XDM chambered 9mm. Chamber's clear. No magazine. This is my everyday carry. When I first started getting into firearms, I bought a Taurus TCP because they're cheap and they're small. They're awesome to conceal. But when you go to your buddies at the range and you're trying to hit a target at 20-30 yards, good luck. Anyway, so traded it. I got a Ruger LC9S right after they came out with the striker fire. The creep in the trigger, the hammer fired LC9, it's hideous. The striker fire made the gun operate very smoothly. I really enjoyed that. But again, super compact, difficult to hit anything out at 20-30 yards. So again, I'm cheap. So I need a firearm that I can conceal, that I can carry, and that I can take to the range and have fun. And I shot the 45 caliber, 45 ACP XDM with the ported slide, the big 4.5 inch, and I fell in love. But I like 9mm. 9mm is cheap and it'll still put something down. It's not a 380. But yeah, this is an awesome gun. The M distinction, because Springfield makes a lot of stuff. The M distinction is the match grade trigger and barrel. I don't even know if I can get this to focus. It says match right there. Anyway, I make the XD, just standard everyday pistol. They make the XDS, which is a single stack. It's thin, it's good for concealment. And then they make the XDM, or used to, which is match grade trigger and barrel. Now they're making an XD Mod 2. And from what I've learned, what I've read, to trade an XDM for an XDM or an XD Mod 2 would actually be trading down. The Mod 2's got a better grip system. It's a little more comfortable in the hand. I think that's what the purpose of it was. Make it a little more comfortable. I don't know about sizes. I don't know about concealability. But you're not getting the grade of a trigger or barrel that you got out of the XDM. Mine came with, I've got 13-1 conceal magazines. Basically, when loaded in the firearm, it is flush with the grip. It's what I conceal with. Shout out to Sticky Holsters, great company. It's the holster I use. First holster I got was just the base Alienware with the 2 clips. And I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a great holster, but it's big, it's bulky, it's got some weight to it. And XDM is the heaviest gun of its competition. So if you take like kind pistols and compare them side by side with Glock, SIG, Smith & Wesson, all them, the XDM is the heaviest of all of those. I think it's like 26 ounces empty. That's pretty heavy for a pistol, especially when you're going to conceal. So yeah, it's hard to keep the pants up with the Alienware holster in that pistol. So buddy of mine let me borrow some Sticky holsters, and I like it. Stick it anywhere, it stays, doesn't move. They're only like 20 bucks, and they come with a lifetime, I think a lifetime warranty. So if they tear, you know, whatever, they'll send you another one. It's a great privately owned company. They're still itty bitty. They've got great customer service because they want your business. They really care. I think I had a problem with ordering, and I shot them an email. I was like, hey, did my order go through? I think I got a reply in 10 minutes. They legitimately care. So, good for you guys. I like supporting small businesses. I know the whole Dick's Sporting Goods, Walmart, all that nonsense. I mean, Dick's Sporting Goods and Walmart quit selling ARs a long time ago. But, hey, we live in a free country. In my opinion, you should have the right to deny the sale of anything you want to anyone for any reason. Well, not any reason. Not discriminatory reasons. But whatever. We as a people, we have the freedom to shop where we want. So if you don't want to shop there, don't shop there. I didn't shop at any of those places but Walmart anyway. And unfortunately, Walmart's prices are too good for me to stop shopping there. As much as I hate it, I hate big corporations, they got good prices. So it'd be ignorant to shop elsewhere and spend more money. Because I'm not hurting Walmart, I'm hurting myself. That's my take on it. Anyway. So yeah. I can't remember where I was going with that. Anyway. Yeah. So no one's commented on any of my videos yet. I would encourage you guys to do so. Really. Let me know what you want to see. Let me know what you want to talk about. Give me some feedback. And we'll drive this channel how you want to see it. I appreciate your time, and I'll see you next time.